science/health students. This is a short video to help you look for information about health in Australia using the Destiny Catalogue. So the first thing you need to do is click on Destiny Catalogue on the EMG Online page. You can also find it on the LMS at the bottom of the Frogmore homepage. You need to log in using your Mentone Grammar credentials. And once you are logged in correctly, you will see that it says Gregory Fish Library and it will say hello, your name. If it says Finlay Anderson Library or Peck Community School, get out and go back to the MG Online homepage and click on Gregory Fish Library and log in that way. So I'm going to do a search in here for Aboriginal health, and you can see I've already done this, so just remembered Aboriginal health gets me 560 hits, but it gets me a lot of stuff about American Indigenous communities. So I'm going to use Aboriginal Health Australia. There are 4 tabs across the top. 3 are useful to us today. You can see that the library titles has DVDs, streaming videos, books, and there are 8 titles there. If I mouse over this resource, you'll see that I can add it to a personal list. I've actually added it to a list already. If I go to this one, I could add it to this list. Why not? I'll add it. If I go to the websites, this is something we pay for, and these websites are suitable for students. They've been checked, and they're much better to go here and see 140 websites than 140 million websites on Google, which won't have been checked. So we could have a look at the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare statistics, which would be a great thing to have. It's suitable for years 9 to 12. I'm going to add it to this list. Here's one about trachoma. It's suitable for younger students and older students. I could add it to my list, but it's already in it. Food inequity. I'm going to add it to the list. OneSearch covers paid and unpaid databases that we are linked to, and encyclopedias. So the things I would suggest you use here are Science in Context, Global Issues in Context. It always pops up right at the bottom, and it's still loading. And that's eLibrary Australia, which is a great spot for looking for newspaper articles. So if I go to Science in Context, the 2 articles I get are Public Health, reported by investigators at University of WA. I'm going to add it, why not, and have a look at it later. And this one is South Australia, so I'm going to look at that one too. And if all of these work exactly the same way. If I go to eLibrary Australia, I'm going to add Help to Close the Gap. I'm going to look at sexual and reproductive health for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, and I'm going to add Indigenous doctors. So now if I scroll back up, you'll see that my personal list has 27 titles, and if I click on that, the OneSearch tab comes up. The same 4 tabs are here, so I've got 27 items in my personal list that are OneSearch. I have 4 that are websites, and I have 2 library titles. To have a look at these, I'm just going to click on one. Might take a little while to come up. You can see there's a little pop-up here. You need to make sure pop-ups are enabled on your browser. This tells you about Aboriginal Australians. It's on Britannica High School. You can favourite it, you can print it, you can email it to yourself, you can cite it, which means making a bibliography. You can get it translated, you can listen to it, you can make it bigger and smaller, and there's more. No, there's not, there's less. So that's one in Britannica. I'm just going to go back. No, I'm not. I'm going to close that down, and I'm going to go to eLibrary and have a look at chronology. Same thing, we've still got a little pop-up here, but because I've got pop-ups enabled, it'll let it load. Hopefully you will have faster response times at school than I'm getting at home on my Cromie broadband. So you can see that there are similar things here. I can listen, I can email it, I can print it, I can make a citation, I can export it to EasyBib, I can translate it to another language, I can jump to the best part of the document. Oh, this is about William Shakespeare, sorry about that. How about if I go over the page here and I look at flour, sugar, tea? No, I'm going to look at data from Science in Context. So this is a Gale database. You can see that all of them are slightly different, but have similarities along the way. So loading. You can't see my loading bar, but I can. So the Gale databases have similar information. You can use their citations tool, which will give you a bibliography entry. You can email it, you can download it, you can print it, you can highlight and make notes. Awesome if you have to do an annotated assignment. You can save it, you can share it, you can translate it, and you can listen to it. So the databases are really a very powerful way to search information that's hiding behind the dark web. You can have a look at the websites, and you can look at library titles. If there's any questions, please don't hesitate to email me and I'll attempt to answer them for you. Thanks.